Hey everybody, I wanted to jump on here real quick and share a powerful testimony from this past week. I had asked y'all to be praying because God had opened up a door for me to go into the red light district, one of the biggest ones here in South America, where women and children and even men are enslaved to human sex trafficking. And let me tell you something. There was three precious young girls standing in the middle of the street, and we went over to them. The one girl immediately begged for us to pray for her because she believed that someone had done witchcraft against her. And instead of us staying in the middle of the street, these three young ladies took us back into the club, beyond the bar, into this long hallway filled with small little rooms where they actually live and are enslaved to this sex trafficking day and night. And as we were walking back this hallway, I felt such an awareness of God's presence. And something hit me so powerfully that no matter where you go, how dark it may be, God's presence will illuminate the darkness. So we went into this room with them, all three of them, and we started to go to war for this young girl. We started to rebuke every assignment of the enemy, every bit of witchcraft off her life. And then God just dropped it in my heart to just stop, to share the gospel with her. And as I shared the gospel of Jesus with her and how he was madly in love with her, and for her to turn to him and that she would be set free from the torment that she was experiencing, she gave her life to Jesus. But when we emphasized the blood of Jesus and that there was a sacrifice that was paid for the blood of Jesus, this precious girl began to weep and cry under the presence of God. And then the whole room shifted. The next girl came over and was weeping and crying and started to share how she didn't want to live that life anymore. And she was struggling with suicidal thoughts. And every single attack of the enemy was broken off her life right there as she gave her life to Jesus. The third girl was standing over by the door while all this was going down. I mean, like the entire room were weeping and crying in the presence of God. She comes over, and as soon as I laid hands on her, the power of God hit her. And I started to declare freedom over her. And I could feel every chain of deception, every lie of the enemy, every bit of guilt and shame from her past was being broken off of her as she was encountering Jesus in that moment. It was such a holy moment. It was beautiful. It was like being at the altar of a church service, yet in the middle of one of the darkest places in Brazil. Let me tell you what God showed me after that. God showed me two things. Number one, Jesus died for all. Jesus died for the traffickers. Jesus died for the prostitutes, for the strippers. Jesus died for the victims of human trafficking. Jesus died for the people that are stuck in perversion, that are being enslaved to their sin, walking in down those streets. And not only did Jesus die for all of them, but Jesus invites them all. You see, we can't choose who we love, church. We need to be compelled by Jesus's love.